This is AI Buddy Landell, and you're about to listen to Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast. So stop working yourself into a shoot you numbnuts. This show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't be a dumbass and get offended by anything on this show. And if you do get offended, that's a you problem. Before I throw it to the fellas for another banger of an episode, shout out to all the BTT patrons who keep this show going, including the largest Patreon contributors, Disrespectfully, Classy, Mark E. Blassie, Joe Ice, Good Old Justin, and the Token Smurfette and John Potts. Now, enjoy this Outlaw Mud Show podcast. Remember, if it don't snow, it don't go. And be blessed and be a blessing, pal.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Booking the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, where tonight we are talking WCW Saturday Night on TBS from March 12th of 1994. If you're listening to us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on the video. It helps the channel grow. Type a comment or 2 or 3 or 4 with what you liked or didn't like about the episode. I can tell you, it does help the channel grow. I try to go through all the comments. I don't get to all of them, but I try. I see Matt Wilson out there doing some work. Space Space out there doing some work. David Ford's out there doing some work on the YouTube channel. And if I forgot you, Craig Walston, I know you are too. If I forgot you, it wasn't intentional. But we appreciate you doing some work on the YouTube channel, liking and subscribing and hitting the comment button. It is myself and Doc this week. I got a call from Harper 30 minutes before we were starting ready to record. He's got Wildkat business tonight. Something about shooting some kind of commercial or something for Wildkat. I know they have the Revolution Rumble coming up this month, so wanted to make sure I get that plug in happening the Saturday before Thanksgiving, I believe it is. I'll get that date and we'll plug it officially before we wrap up the show. But it's just me and Doc. Doc, I don't think you're doing too well, but how goes it?
It goes pretty rough. I'm going to see how long I got in me here. The girl child shared her strep throat with me. And so I am on the antibiotics. I'm on a cycle. And on day 2 of that, and it hasn't kicked in to my satisfaction yet. Feel like I got razor blades in my mouth, but not the good kind that would be for blading.
Okay.
But hey, we're going to get a show out tonight. It's what we do. I'll make it through. We'll be all right. How bad do I sound right now?
Is this what she had the day we went to the high school football game when she was home and you said she wasn't feeling well?
Yes.
Thank God I didn't come in that house.
I told you not to.
I don't even remember, but anyway, for anybody who's listening to this, probably a couple weeks ago now from the time this aired, my kid's high school was playing the high school that is right where Doc stays. So Doc and I went to the game that afternoon, because it was an earlier game that day, and he said
I can confirm that Sasha still does not like anything to do with our podcast, by the way.
Well, that makes her so much different than LaFonda over there. I forgot.
Just
they don't know how to process it, man.
Field report.
They don't know how to process it. It doesn't in no way, shape, or form does it register in their brains that there's anybody out there, much less a large portion of people, who will actually sit down and listen to us for at least an hour and a half a week. And longer than that,
might not be an hour
and
and a half this week.
Huh?
Might not be an hour and a half this week, but we'll see where we go.
Yeah. It doesn't process in their brains. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I know. So, we always come on here and complain about the rising cost of things and being hollowed out and being old. I want to bring up something good that just happened.
Okay.
And I was hoping it'd be here tonight, but Harper's Dodgers won the World Series, and that's not the good thing that happened. It was a Game 7 for those of you who don't follow baseball, which is a pretty big deal because it's the final game, winner take all. And I got to tell you, I sat down and watched every pitch of that sunbuck, and I had the best time doing it. That was a hell of a game. Everything was on the line. I haven't had that much fun watching.
All right, we got technical difficulties over here, Doc. You were saying Game 7, you had a great time. Continue, please.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I haven't, obviously the Rangers won the World Series 2 years ago. But other than that, I don't know that I've enjoyed sitting down and watching a full baseball game that much in over 20 years. You watched it, didn't you?
Game 7, yes.
You agree with me on that?
That was an insane finish. I did not think the Dodgers were going to win. Like they couldn't,
with everything on the line too.
They couldn't generate offense. It just seemed like nope.
Now, are we ready to, Mike? Are we ready to tell Harper that the Dodgers are kind of heels?
I mean, to me, they're not, but I know to the baseball fans, like hardcore baseball fans, I think they are.
Yeah. I mean, I don't super hate them either, but
right. I don't hate them. I mean, I don't even hate the Rangers' biggest rival, but it's because I'm not a hardcore baseball fan.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know, bro. I'm getting old and.
This is supposed to be positive. What's happening?
It is positive. It's just that watching sports now just kind of makes me laugh.
Why?
A lot of people think it's on the up and up, and it ain't.
You can't script some of the stuff that happened at that
game. In all honesty, that the stuff that went down that even led to them being able to win was just remarkable. The center fielder just plowing over the left
That's
fielder.
One of the greatest, wildest plays I've ever seen.
I thought for sure the ball was dropping. I was like, he's not going to catch it. And then out of nowhere, the center fielder just jumps, plows over the left fielder, catches. I'm like, what the hell did I just watch?
And I'm like, he's 6'7". I looked it up. He's 6'1".
That was incredible. That was something else because I'm like, this dude's not going to catch it. And then this dude comes out of nowhere. And then the dude, I forget his name, Rojas or whatever, like he's been in this ridiculous slump.
He's been cheeks for months, right, and then he hits a home run.
He hits a home run. Like what? What is happening here? It was nuts. It was real. I got to give him credit, man. I mean, they pulled that off on a college football Saturday.
Boy, no kidding.
And my whole thing was that was better than college football tonight. So, yeah, it was remarkable. I've talked to Harper since then. I haven't, he haven't been on the show since they won it all. But he said they were going to win in 5 to 6 games.
Yeah, he made it seem like it was going to be light work the last time I talked to him.
Right. He made it seem like it was going to be just, 5 to 6 games. he put over his pitching. He put over all kind of stuff the last time he was on with the three of us and not Crockett. And now he did not think it was going to be that tough, but it was. Right. And in the end, they won. So Harper's flying high as a kite right now.
Okay, so another thing that was on that night that I didn't watch, went back and looked at, was Saturday Night Main Event.
I haven't seen 1 second of it.
Okay, I was going to ask you something, so I guess we can't. Jey Uso seemed like he was blown up and then missed some spots. Looked like Punker kicked him in the head for real.
So you watched that at the same time as the baseball game?
No, I went back and watched it.
Okay.
There's this invention called the internet.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just clarifying. That's all. There is this thing called the internet. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some action on.
We
got some action on tonight. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, really, is it Kennesaw State?
No. Miami of Ohio versus Ohio.
They
both got good records too.
I saw a tweet not too long ago, and I bet I'm saying this because I'm guessing that you have a story on it somehow. There was a time in the mid '90s before Uncle Raj took over everything we do, where Thursday night first gained some real prominence in college football.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where they had some phenomenal moments in games, and it was just a really good evening of football that was by itself. You remember that?
It wasn't that long ago. I forget how many years the NFL's been playing on every single Thursday night, but there was a time when it wasn't until late in the year where the NFL would do Thursday night. I forget what year they went to every single Thursday there would be a game, but yeah, there used to be some really good games on Thursday night.
ACC maybe?
It was more than ACC. It was there would be all kind of games on Thursday nights. It wasn't just ACC.
Okay. I don't remember. I remember watching it at the bars in college, so that would have been the mid-'90s.
I can remember Thursday night, early 2000s, Florida State versus Louisville. Louisville beat Florida State in like this ridiculous rainstorm. It was the outer bands of a hurricane that was barreling towards Louisiana. I remember sitting in my apartment watching that game.
That's what I was shooting for right there. I knew you had a story of some sort.
It probably was like 2003 maybe that I'm thinking about that game. So yeah, there used to be some hellified Thursday night games, Thursday night college games. I don't like that. The NFL, I hate Thursday night NFL games. I don't like it. Sunday night I'm good with. Obviously, Sunday afternoon, cool. Monday night's great. We only need one Monday night game though. We don't need two.
Only one Monday night game. I'm coming around on the Thursday night games just because it's not the right answer, but they chased off college football, so that's the only way I know I'm going to get something.
No, college football still has Thursday night. You're just saying there's no high profile ones on Thursday night.
Right.
I don't know. I think that's all subjective though. Well, you're not going to get, rarely will you get a top 5 team in the nation.
College has moved some of their good games to Friday.
Well, there's been some games this year, Miami and Louisville played on Friday and Miami lost. So there have been some good, some high profile Friday night games. But you're not getting Alabama on a Friday night. You're not getting Ohio State on a Friday night.
Right. So we talked to Harper. Did you do a well check on Lance? Because they beat the Hurricanes last week.
Yeah, he was at the game.
Oh, high roller.
Bro, I'm going to tell you something that you don't know, and I'm going to get Lance's opinion on this. Do you remember us talking about the Bruise cruise in WCW last year?
Yes.
Lance was on the cruise.
Say that again.
I'm going to talk to him for the next World Class cast. And I was like, wait, hold on. You were on the cruise? Apparently he was on the cruise. So I have some questions.
Of course. Well, I can't wait to hear about that. Hold on, I got a cough.
Go ahead. So I'm like, dude, how am I just finding out about this? Like, why am I just hearing of this? I don't know if he had a good answer, but I was.
It seems like something you would lead with.
Complete amazement by that. Complete amazement. So I'm just like, I have questions, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, fun times, I tell you. Bruise Cruise.
The show never ceases to keep giving back.
Man.
Speaking of giving back, 5-star reviews are a way that you can give back.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought this up. So we did receive a 5-star review. It's been a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, almost a month now, to be honest with you, from Guy 1088. I think this might be Guy's second or third, but we don't care. We love it.
I can't count that high.
Me either. If you want to be like Guy and get your 5-star review read on air, all you got to do is submit one on Apple Podcasts or Podcast Addict, and we will read your 5-star review on air. The title of it says, Best Podcast Ever. And then he goes on to say, Best 3-man booth in all of podcasting land. Just got done listening to the Ask Harper Part 1, Pure Gold. I totally agree. By the way, all three, the 3 parts we've recorded of Ask Harper have aired at this point, and they have been phenomenal.
I got to believe that there's at least 10 episodes sitting there.
Dude, there's so many more questions. I literally had to post in Patreon on the original thread. I'm like, okay, no more questions because we're never going to get through all these right now. Don't worry, we'll do it again in 2026 because it seemed very popular. But yeah, we got so many more to go. There's no way we're going to be done by Christmas.
They're in the queue, pal.
They're in the queue, yes. So if you're not a patron, there's no better time to become one and get some of that audio gold. tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT. The first 3 parts of Ask Harper are available there, along with all of our WCW pay-per-view reviews, the Clashes through Clash 26, the JV Goon Squad shows, the World Class shows, all available on Patreon, tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT. And like I said, don't forget to submit that 5-star review, and we will read it on air. Doc, anything else we want to talk about before we jump into a memorable episode of Saturday Night on TBS?
It's my last one.
Do you know how many people message me? If Doc's serious, I'll be glad to do it.
I'm sure they would.
All right, so we are talking.
Hey, I'm not just giving you anybody's spot. I'm giving you my spot.
Okay. We are talking Saturday Night on TBS from March. Hold on, what? What are we holding on for?
I would be willing to sell my spot, though.
Okay. We are talking Saturday Night on TBS from March the 12th of 1994. If you're only listening to the video or watching the video version of this, Harper is at Wildkat Sports tonight. They're shooting some kind of commercial or something. Circle, dot. I don't know. He couldn't make it. Doc is playing ill. He got strep throat from his daughter, so it's just me and him. We're gonna try to get through this. We had no other night we could get this in this week, and if we wanted to get out of the show this week, it was record this one. So there's that. So again,
this ain't gonna be the thing that brings us down. How about that?
March 12th of 94. This week's episode, Doc, was taped on February 22nd of 94 at Center Stage. It's the second half of the taping from that day. When we do open the show, we open with Tony Schiavone, Mean Gene, and Bobby the Brain. Mean Gene teases the Equalizer's big brother will be here tonight. And then Gene teases the interview he had with Hogan at Disney that will air tonight, which completely sets off Bobby Heenan. Doc, any thoughts on the opening and what we heard there?
Well, this new set sucks. I hate it.
Okay. Mr. Positivity.
I'm quitting.
Mr. Positivity as usual.
Fuller has a wrestler.
Fuller has a wrestler.
A gentleman wrestler.
Boy, I can't wait to talk about that.
And Hogan's here. I quit.
Well, he's technically not here. He was on set.
Was he there? Was he on camera last week?
They teased it.
Okay.
Showed like a still shot or whatever.
Oh, okay.
No audio though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We get to save that for this.
They were waiting for you to come back from
Can't wait.
From travel.
In the immortal words of Bart Scott, can't wait.
Right. Anyway, Hogan will be here. We'll hear from him shortly. Bobby Heenan is not happy about this. We will continue, though. We go to the first match. It is Tex Slazenger versus Brian Pillman. Heenan is just fuming about Mean Gene's interview with Hogan. He keeps yelling that he was the one who got the scoop and it wasn't Mean Gene. And Tony's having to deal with that all night, literally all night. But on that note, Doc, let me go to you. What do you have from Flying Brian Pillman and Tex Slazenger?
You know, it was always the deal, Pillman's small, but he's wrestling a big dude in this match, and it looks fine to me. I think people find excuses for things when they want to find excuses for things.
Boy, sounds like you.
What are you talking about?
Who complained about Pillman's size?
Bill Watts.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, consider the source there. The thing about him is, like, you had Ricky Morton, and you pushed him, which he should have been pushed. I'm not saying he shouldn't have. So it's like weird that Watts would play this mental gymnastics when it comes to a guy like Pillman. Like, just say you don't like him. Don't fucking put it on his size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people do that. Right. You want to talk about a term that I can't stop saying nowadays? The amount of mental gymnastics people do to justify someone they support or a wrestler they like or an athlete they like versus an athlete they don't like. But they will do some mental cartwheels nonstop. Mm-hmm. It's the most ridiculous thing. And when you point it out, you're like, they like look at you like you're the idiot.
Right.
But anyway, sorry for that rant.
Well, we have a logo on the mat now.
Yeah, Crockett. It was crazy. Crockett pointed that out last week, and I was like, "That's new. I guess it is." Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that. We got the barricades are like, you know, the caution type tape or whatever wrapped around.
High voltage debuting later.
Say it again.
Is high voltage debuting later?
We got the new like the door opens for the entrance.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I call it a vault. Harper says no, it's like a spaceship.
Yeah, it's like a vaulty spaceship.
Okay, if you hate all that, then what would you do? What do you want them coming out of?
Go back to the Techwood studio.
Of course. All right. Well, any other thoughts on Pillman versus Tex here?
Did you notice that Tex has a bandage on his forehead?
I do now.
He got a Kotex up there.
He got a Kotex up there.
Well, they're not bleeding in WCW, so is that from like an indie booking, you think?
Maybe it was just a house show or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's completely plausible that he could have done that on a non-televised event.
Okay. And then as you work to the finish, did they mess up the move that led to the finishing sequence?
So I'm going to go to it because I do have a note on that. So Pillman reverses a powerbomb attempt and then rolls up Slazenger, and my note was like, oof, that didn't look good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You saw it there if you go on Patreon, tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT. It definitely did not look smooth. I don't know what, I mean, I know what they were trying to do, Pillman's trying to like basically head scissors him over, Hurricane Rana type, but I don't know if Tex just hadn't done that before and just kind of rolled over sloppy. It didn't look good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, is that what you kind of were looking at?
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering what happened there.
Yeah, I just think I'd question if he's taken that move before, to be honest with you, because it did not look good at all. It's pretty.
Got me
pretty,
out
pretty
there
bad.
doing all them flippity floppity bullshits. Come on now.
All right. Well, after that, we come back, or we're going to go to Mean Gene and Ric Flair. Flair has something to say, so let's go to him right now.
And as promised, the reigning WCW heavyweight champ, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
I didn't even ask. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
I know there's a lot of things we've got to cover. As you know, the big interview with none other than the immortal Hulk Hogan. He's had to be at the top of your list as of late.
Well, Gene, I'm flattered that Hulk Hogan would take time out of his busy TV schedule to be involved with the sport of professional wrestling. But right now, Hogan, in all fairness to you and to me, you're making movies, and I'm defending the World Heavyweight Championship. And right here, today, Ricky Steamboat, the #1 challenger, and the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Steve Austin, meet for the privilege of wrestling Ric Flair at the Spring Stampede. So, boys, the Nature Boy is going to park it out here. You're going to watch it. The world's going to watch it. The two top guys meet to have the chance to meet Ric Flair, the world's heavyweight champion.
All right, the Spring Stampede coming up in the Windy City, one of your favorite cities of Chicago, Illinois, on Sunday, April the 17th, exclusively on pay-per-view. You know, you keep getting tested all the time, Nature Boy.
Well, it goes with the territory. If you want to walk that out, if you want to style a profile, if you want the privilege of being called #1, then you've got to beat and meet and beat #1 time and time again. It's the greatest sport in the world. It's the sport of kings. Woo, Chicago, here we come.
Also see you in St. Martin's on April the 2nd.
Thank you, brother. Woo!
Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more exciting action here on Saturday night.
All right, so he talks about Hogan for a brief second. He really doesn't say much about Hogan since, you know, Hogan is just filming movies and the TV show and whatnot. Then he mentions how he's going to take on Steamboat or Austin because they're going to wrestle for a chance at his title. Doc, any thoughts on how that all went down?
Did you hear Mean Gene say you keep getting tested? Well, Gene, I can't keep my dick out of questionable ass.
Grow up. What's wrong with you?
Rick's not saying a lot here. I need devious, up to no good Rick.
Well, that's coming because, I mean,
Okay.
they got to pivot and get him out of this quote-unquote babyface
Statesman
role. Yeah, to get him ready for your favorite wrestler of all time.
I won't be here by then.
Okay, yeah. Same guy always talks to me about, you know, where we're going to be in 10 years with this thing, just so y'all know. But anyway.
I don't know. Rick's just kind of, he feels like he's just treading water right now.
I mean, we went through the phase where he's with Fifi and we jettisoned her really quick because then we brought his wife into the picture. And now we made him super duper babyface with the Vader stuff. And now, I mean, you're like, he's really like towing the line right there. He's not really saying anything. He doesn't say anything bad about Hogan. He doesn't say much, just kind of mentions the name. And then he's like, yeah, you know, I'll wrestle Steamboat or Flair, or Steamboat or Austin. They're going to wrestle for a chance for his title. But there's nothing. He's very meat and potatoes. You coined that term many years ago on the show. I don't know if you realize that, but he's very meat and potatoes here because we got to pivot to that direction for your favorite wrestler, him and your favorite wrestler of all time.
Mm.
Well, on that note, one of your other favorite wrestlers of all time is here. How about we go to this next promo? I'm not saying any names, but we got Colonel Robert Parker and somebody else. Doc, you got any thoughts before I go to this?
I've been waiting.
All right, here we go.
Welcome back, folks, to more exciting WCW Saturday Night. Wow. I don't know who this guy is, Colonel Parker, but boy, smell seems to be the aroma of something.
You best not start tonight. I got a special introduction here for you. I'm going to need all of you's undivided attention.
Who is this man?
I'm offering to you tonight from Bucksnort, Tennessee, the meanest man south of the Mason-Dixon line. His name is Bunkhouse Buck.
Bunkhouse, welcome to Saturday Night here on TBS.
Colonel, do you realize that I've done drove all the way down here from Bucksnort, Tennessee? Been here all afternoon long, brother, and I've not hit one soul. When are we going to get started?
Next week you get your...
I want somebody tonight. How about you?
Not me. I've got attorneys.
Yeah, you're going to need some attorneys. You'll need a doctor or somebody. Get me somebody, because I'm going back to Bucksnort.
We're going to get you somebody. We're going to get somebody, but it's going to be next week. Don't worry. We're going to take Buck out.
Did he say he wants to hit somebody?
Of course he does. That's
what kind of a mentality
he's
is
here
that?
because he's going to create a giant state of animosity all throughout WCW.
Well, I thank you very much, Colonel Robert Parker. And this is, it's a new piece of talent he's got in his stable. Woof. And I do mean stable.
Okay, let's be honest. There's nothing great about that promo. However, it's the Colonel, and he's introducing his new man, Jimmy Golden, none other than Bunkhouse Buck and WCW. What are your thoughts on Bunkhouse Buck's first Saturday Night promo, Doc?
Why does he have to be Bunkhouse Buck? That's a dumb name.
Why does Robert Fuller need to be Colonel Robert Parker?
That's fair, too.
Even though I have no problem with the Colonel being an Ole Miss booster. It's
Bunkhouse Buck.
The name is dumb. You could have called him Jimmy Golden and he could have wore the same gear he's got, but we got Bunkhouse Buck, so we're going to deal with it.
Does he have a good run here?
I mean, that's subjective.
Okay.
Because, here's the thing. You and I are fans of him.
Mm-hmm.
We look at him and go, we like this guy. He's underrated. But the average person watching WCW during this time who didn't have that appreciation for Bunkhouse Buck looks at him as Gene.
What's this nonsense?
Yeah, what is this? I mean, a lot of people felt that way about the Colonel too.
He's 43, by the way.
I mean, neither one of them are old. They're both younger than we are right now. That is scary.
Is this going to start to pull Parker away from Austin?
See, I'm trying to remember. He's with Austin for a while longer.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Did Austin ever really talk about that time on his podcast? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. And they're all still out there. I wish it would have been good if he'd have had him on. We would have remembered that.
Jeez.
Can you imagine if he had Fuller on his podcast to talk about this era?
That'd have been great.
Oh my God. Do you know the stories that those fools probably have?
Yeah.
Fuller's done a lot of those what are they? I was calling them U-shoots, but they're all on YouTube. There's tons of them out there. I'm sure he's talked about it, but I can't ever remember Austin talk. I mean, I know I've heard Austin talk about when Fuller managed him. I don't remember his specific stories though. That would have just been insane. And that's the thing. When Fuller was on Terry Garvin Sims' podcast years ago, he talked about Ming and shitting his pants and all that stuff, but I don't remember him on that pod talking much about Austin. So I don't know.
I don't remember.
Well, Bunkhouse Buck is here, Doc. So there is that.
The Stud Stable has reformed.
And although not called that, but I am very much looking forward to Bunkhouse Buck. His feud with Dustin is really good. So you got that to look forward to. They have a really good feud. All right, well, let's continue. We go to commercial and come back for the Z-Man versus Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Wrong guy wins here. That's my note. Z-Man hits that super kick that he does. It looks actually better than normal. And he's going to win. And Z-Man's reward for winning this match is Bunkhouse Buck comes out and puts the boots to Z-Man. So, wrong guy won.
Are Z-Man's tights too short?
Say that again?
Are his tights too short?
Z-Man's? Because his ass cheeks are hanging out of it? Is that what you're referring to?
Z-Man. Yeah, and I didn't know Z-Man was still here.
Yeah, I think we talked about that several weeks back. I was like, he's going to be here a little bit here and there. Notice he gets the window only for Buck to come out and destroy him.
Well, when they got tired of him, they got tired of him.
Look at Buck. Buck loaded up that fist. Dude, he's got jeans on, cowboy boots, leather belt buckle, suspenders, and the best part of his outfit is that goddamn long john shirt he's got on.
Jesus.
It's so stereotypical. Did y'all used to wear those when y'all were young, those long johns? Like on cold days? Like your parents would put that underneath your clothes?
No.
Okay.
Because it's not cold enough here. But like my grandfather and my uncles and my dad, when they would go out hunting,
they wear them damn things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy Golden. I love it. Buck is awesome. He jumped the Z-Man. I'll take it.
He had one of the best early lines in Smokey when he said that both of the Koloffs were wives went into labor at the same time.
Remember that? They can't be here tonight. Their wives both went into labor at the same time. Buck. Well, Jimmy Golden, a.k.a. Bunkhouse Buck, is here, and he's, stomping mud holes in people. All right, Doc, any other thoughts? This was
during
great.
that match. Heenan said, "Is the rodeo in town, or did Gene have an accident?"
Because it's the smell. Yeah. Well, during the interview, we didn't point it out, but Gene is waving his hand in front of his face multiple times, like the stench is just killing him. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Well, we go to commercial, come back, and it's time for the Spring Stampede Control Center with Mean Gene. We get a couple of quick promos from Vader and Harley Race, and then the boss. They were quick meat and potatoes promos there. Mean Gene does say, as of now, the Great Muta will be at Spring Stampede. So that is our next pay-per-view we'll be covering. It is going to be on Sunday, April the 17th of 1994. So coming to you about a month from now. Spring Stampede, Muta will be there. Doc, any thoughts on the Spring Stampede Control Center, where we see more replays of?
I mean, that's cool for us, but that ain't going to sell many pay-per-views.
What's cool, Muta?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like, Flair versus Vader, your headliner. It's not that type of thing. But, he hasn't been seen. It's not like he's seen every week, so he's kind of like an attraction.
He's an attraction.
Yeah, so you can get some buys off of that. I don't know how you measure the number of buys you get from it, but you definitely could get some buys. Any other thoughts?
Mm-mm.
All right. From there, we go to commercial, come back, and Mean Gene teases the hotline and says, "There's a new love in Sting's life. Call the hotline to find out."
Oof.
What is that? What are they doing? I don't even know. I guess people would call based on that.
Oh, yeah. Don't you think?
Okay. New love in Sting's life.
I mean,
hilarious.
They're just throwing shit up against the wall to see who will call. I mean,
good point. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, the next match is Ron Simmons versus Matt Shepard. You weren't here last week, Doc, but Ron Simmons has this vest on, And I'll be damned. He looks like, Harper and I talked about this. He looks like he's about to ride in a Mardi Gras parade. It's green, purple, and gold. The colors of Mardi Gras. He literally looks like he's about to go ride in a parade.
I was going to ask you, does it also look like his balding is starting to kick in?
I'm not speaking bad of Ron Simmons.
I just wonder, my point there is if that's was a reason to move him to being a heel.
That would be the dumbest thing ever, if so.
Okay.
I mean, because, like, seriously? Why? Just because a guy's got a bald spot, that doesn't make sense.
He's balding.
Speaking of Ron Simmons, he is, I don't know if he's wrestling, but he will be at the Revolution Rumble, Wildkat Sports' 14-year anniversary show. JBL will be there too. Francine, Shane Douglas. They've got a star-studded lineup for this thing. It will be Saturday, November the 22nd. Doors open 5:30, bell time 7 p.m. You can get your tickets at R-E-V, rumble.eventbrite.com. You see, I give you the exact website.
Mm-hmm.
Harper will tell you.
Nice.
Harper will tell you, just go to Facebook. I mean, what are you, stupid? Just go to Facebook. Put in Wildkat. Okay, Harper. That's how you sell your product.
I heard there that the franchise is going to be there now. Have you and him patched it all up? Y'all's beef from a while back, or are you about to make an appearance?
I talked to him once or twice after that.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, saying, "Oh, you go to high school with him?" I'm sorry, Troy. Troy's he's an interesting fella, so to say. Troy, you go to high school with him?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, Saturday, November 22nd, bell time 7 p.m. Alario Center, West Wego, Louisiana. It's on the outskirts of New Orleans. Rev Rumble.
You gonna be down there?
No. RevRumble.eventbrite.com. Eventbrite is EVENTBRITE.com. And if you're on Facebook, you can go to Wildkat Sports and Entertainment, and you can see the ticket information there as well. So they got a lot of people coming in though, man. Ron Simmons.
How are we going to talk to Champ into letting Harper ether somebody?
Bruh, I talked to the Champ last week, man. I don't know. I can't answer that question for you, man. Sorry.
You seem disgusted by it though. What's going on?
He just doesn't appreciate the old school aspect of ethering somebody. And Harper's not managing anybody right now. That's the other problem.
What the hell is he doing?
Commentary. He's got the easiest job in a promotion. Shows up, talks, leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular.
I know the feeling.
It sounds like something he does here.
Right. It seems like it's perfect.
It's his forte, man. All right. Yeah, Ron Simmons beats down.
The champ thinks that 1998 ECW is early wrestling, right?
Kinda. I mean,
there's so much that could be done with an ether rag.
So much.
With Harper too.
Yeah.
An oxygen tank.
Can you imagine he ethers somebody, and then somebody tries to ether him, and he rolls out of the ring and puts on an oxygen tank.
Puts on a gas mask.
Right. No. You ain't getting me.
I will not be worked.
I will not be worked. All right, Doc. Ron Simmons defeats Matt Shepard. He beats him down pretty good. Finishes him off.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on it?
Nah.
Before we go to commercial, we see a graphic. I was trying to get to it, and it literally says Jungle Gym Swings coming up next. You got any thoughts on that graphic?
Well, he's swinging in from the Everglades.
That got some traction on Patreon.
I'm sure it did. It got some traction on the show.
Oh my God. I created I did this some time ago, but I went ahead and created the Harper Lexicon in the BTT Facebook group. I did that a long time ago, but then I edited it recently. I was like, let me go in and edit this because I didn't really have like a lot in there. And I am amazed. I mean, Harper's not here, but let's just go through some of these. Luigi board is a Ouija board. Massachusetts is Massachusetts, the state. Valentine's Day.
That was underrated. That was underrated, by the way.
Right. And you know he's not working because he says it like that all the time. Then we have Valentine's Day for Valentine's.
That was the first. That might have been the first one.
That might have been the first one. Freddy Krueger. The Everglades. It's the Everglades. Ken Pantera.
That was a good one.
For Ken Patera. Honolulu equals Honolulu.
That one was confusing.
Chattanooga for Chattanooga. Remember that one?
At first, I didn't even know what he meant.
Right. I got to give the late Robert Silva credit for this one because we kind of just blew past it and didn't mention it. But at least the first time he said it. But he said when he was talking about his ink cartridge, he kept calling it a cartridge. And Silva's like, I was dying. I'm walking down the streets of New York hyperventilating. By the way, he's, as of like a week or so ago, he passed away a year ago. You believe that?
Damn.
Time waits for no one.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah. R.I.P. Silva. Pacifically for specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever caught this, but PM News is PN News. Here's an underrated
I've ever
one.
caught that one.
Here's an underrated one. Especially for especially.
Yeah.
You ever notice he says ask a question instead of ask?
Okay.
He says Jesus Christ without the T on the end. It's Jesus Christ. If you ever listen to him.
Okay.
Subscribe for subscribe.
Sure. Yeah, we got that one.
La Quinta for La Quinta.
Oh, yeah, that was a great one.
That was a great one. Instead of saying milk, he says milk with an E. Oh, I forgot this one. Ian Rock Your Body instead of Riccaboni.
That one's just him being stupid.
Right. That one's not on purpose. Like that one is on purpose. The others aren't. This one is the one that tickled Silva back in the day. Instead of Arab, he says
Arab.
Jesus. It's not actually Me Tunes. It's Me TV Tunes, apparently.
Okay.
Chris Zaha is Chris Zoncha.
Yeah, he is.
It is Crackle Barrel and not Cracker Barrel.
That one that confuses me. Did he can't get that right?
Apparently, he says ass-ho instead of asshole. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Me neither. Pepe Le Pew instead of Pepe Le Pew.
Okay.
Not a pronunciation, but a translation. Coyote equals fine Latina.
Mm-hmm.
This one is one of my favorites. Buffet for buffet.
That's a great one.
That's a freaking South Louisiana. That's a South Louisiana thing. I know a lot of people who say buffet. And I don't even know how to say this one.
It sounds nasty.
I don't even know how to say this one. I just remember him saying it. He doesn't say crustacean. He says crustacean.
Okay.
And those are just the documented ones that we have. And the best part is, did we talk about on the show? No, because he's been here the whole time. So he goes from the Everglades, you go, wait, what? He goes,
What do you mean, what?
He goes, the Everglades. And you're
like you're the asshole.
Right, like you got it wrong. It's like he said, Steamboat from Honolulu. We're like, wait, what? Honolulu. He talks to you like you're the problem.
Right.
It's the greatest thing ever. All right. Let's get back to some wrestling, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, man. Trying to liven it up here.
Superstar.
Since the superstar's not here, we can at least bring him to you some other way. And for everyone asking me to make an AI of the superstar's voice, it's not possible. I haven't figured it out, and I've spent way too much time on it. Certain voices are just hard to replicate. I tried doing D-Man at one point. I can't. It doesn't. I don't know if their accents are too strong or their uniqueness of their voices are so strong. It's weird. I cannot perfect it. So, not that Buddy Landell or Bill Watts was perfected either, but it is what it is for people asking me, because I get a lot of requests for
I bet
for the superstar, a little AI superstar. Yeah. All right, man. Next match we go to is Jungle Jim Steele versus You Didn't Know? Your ass better call somebody. Brian Armstrong, Doc. What do you have from this one?
wrong guy won.
But God, I have the same note. The same note.
Road Dogg's starting to grow his hair out.
Looks like his dad.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I don't say that as an insult. It just looks like his dad, except taller.
Yeah.
It's crazy how big. It's crazy how tall he is compared to his brothers, huh?
Yeah, because he's like he's like doughy and got the braids, and you don't think of him that way, but he was the Marine.
He was a tall one too. I mean, he's a big dude. Wrong guy wins though. Steel Trap, Jungle Jim wins, and my note says sigh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really have nothing. From there, we go to commercial and come back. We get highlights of the Nasty Boys versus Cactus Jack and Max Payne from Super Brawl 4. Remember, you can hear us review that at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All I'm going to say is Max Payne really messed up knobs, and you need to hear us discuss that. tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. This is the month of Thanksgiving, so just so you know, if you go annual, you'll get 2 months free this month through November 30th. You got to do it before the 30th. So I want to make that announcement this week. You got to
Harper would have said if you go anal.
Of course he would. Anyway, no need to really talk more about this Super Brawl match. Let's go to the next thing we have here, which is the Nasty Boys versus, well, in the ring, there's someone sitting down and they have a towel over.
Bruh. I popped.
Okay. Did this remind you of something from Smoky Mountain?
Yes, it's 100% the Smoky Mountain angle they did with Primetime Brian Lee. 1,000%.
It's literally the same thing. He just did this in Smoky.
I did something with Jimmy down in Tennessee. We could do it here.
Yeah. So sitting in the corner as the Nasty Boys get in the ring are two gentlemen with hoods over their heads. The Nasty Boys approach these gentlemen with hoods over their head, not hoods, but capes with a like a hoodie, not a mask. And Sullivan throws a fireball it was supposed to be at both Nasty Boys. It really got the better of Knobs. And that's how we are introduced to the Equalizer's big brother. Any thoughts, Doc?
I love fireballs.
It really is something. It's
such an amazing visual.
Although when Akbar did it to Iceman in 1983 World Class, and then they sent Iceman out there with paint on his face to make it look like his face was burned, it was pretty bad. But the visual of the fireball is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm afraid that even Kevin Sullivan can't help this, though.
Can't help Dave?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you might.
We don't know he's Dave.
It's true. All right. Well, let's go now to Kevin Sullivan and the Equalizer, because after the fireball is thrown, we're not going to get a match here. We do get a promo. Here it is.
On in, Kevin Sullivan, your return to World Championship Wrestling. Equalizer.
I told you I was going to bring him. I told you, Gene. I told you I was going to. That's my big brother.
This is your
Look how
big
big he
brother?
is. That's him. I told you I was going to bring him. I warned the Nasty Boys. They didn't listen. Boys didn't
The
listen.
Equalizer here is your brother.
That's my brother. First of all, I sent him here to be taken care of by a certain individual who didn't take care of him. I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
Nasty Boys, my brother Dave is a special individual.
Yeah. It's Evad, Kevin. Evad.
He's dyslexic.
Your name is Dave.
Evad, Kevin. Evad.
Your name is Dave.
Is this what you do to somebody you love?
Yeah, that's what I do to somebody I love. Imagine what I'm gonna do to somebody I dislike.
Yeah. You saw the Nasty Boys. They ran from the fire. They ran all over. Yeah. Yeah.
Nasty Boys, you're talking about living in Nastyville. That's all well and fine because it's been repossessed by the Sullivans who happen to live on Mean Street. And if you want to find out what house we live on, take that long walk down Mean Street. It's the last house in the block.
This is your brother, David? Dave?
This is my brother Dave. He's a special
Yeah, look at my new coat.
Nasty Boys.
Yeah, my coat.
Out of the fire and into the blaze. Mrs. O'Leary's cow is going to have nothing on you. The Sullivans are here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
So a little meat and potatoes there. Sullivan says he's got some business with the person who is supposed to be helping protect his brother, but, you know, we'll find out more on that later. Any thoughts on Sullivan's promo here? I mean, I feel like he's had better ones, but whatever.
Yeah, he's had better ones, and it's just this seems a little sloppy.
I mean, I think you said it. You need a lot of help to get over the Equalizer gimmick. Know what I mean?
Yeah, and now he's going to be dyslexic.
Evad.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll continue. We go to commercial, come back. Teddy Long is with Mean Gene, and Teddy reminds us to call the hotline with Gene and he. Evidently, Teddy is going to be on the hotline with Gene, so there you go. Call it. We then go to Johnny B. Bad versus Tony Zane. It is still March 12th of 94, and whoop, there it is happening in Center Stage. Well, February 22nd is when it was taped. Doc, what were we watching?
Bro, we heard it in the damn World Series the other night.
We think we heard a whoop, there it is chant during Game 7. Doc sends me a message. He goes, are they chanting whoop, there it is? I go, that's what it sounds like to me. Harper never answered. I think he was 16 rolling rocks in at that point.
Boy, no kidding.
Yeah. Doc, any thoughts on Johnny B. Bad versus Tony Zane here?
These are the kind of matches that I think you ought to have on today's product. Because Zane's a big boy. He can work a little bit. Have it go 4 minutes. Not everything, give somebody a finish.
So you're saying you should have some regular enhancement talents on your roster?
Yeah.
I see no problem with that.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem. You already do, but you don't recognize them as such. But the way you book makes them enhancement talents. Why not use them?
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but I know what you're saying.
I mean, every once in a while, I just need some resolution and one person to beat the other person.
Yeah.
It makes all the other hooby gooby like okay, but nobody ever wins anything.
Part of the problem is years ago the whole 50-50 booking started too, and that just really
everybody's a superstar. So
yeah. I also don't want 20-minute matches every single match.
Right. Right.
The whole thing that look, man, the old Saturday night shows, the old shows were even more, almost everything was a squash. I mean, we had a couple of competitive matches, one maybe competitive match a week, But a lot of times we got squashes, and we were fine with it because then we got to listen to our favorite wrestlers or heels cut promos.
That's part of the week.
Yeah. All right. Any thoughts on Johnny B. Bad here versus Tony Zane?
Nah, he was fine.
Yeah, he left hook by Bad, and Bad gets the win, and that is that. Boop. Knocks him out. Tony Zane took a good bump. All right, from there, we get some more highlights, Doc. Boy, this show is we're weeks into this now. I mean, Super Brawl was February the 20th.
Yeah.
We get highlights of Johnny B. Bad versus Jimmy Garvin from Super Brawl 4. I can't remember if I mentioned
talking about
it.
old shit.
Jimmy Garvin took the place of Michael Hayes because Michael Hayes was quote unquote injured at Super Brawl or before Super Brawl. So we see Jimmy Garvin for the first time in forever, and first and last time. If you want to hear us review that match and what we talked about with Garvin, tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT. We break it all down there. Doc, any other thoughts on the replay that we see?
No.
All right. Well, from that, we're going to go to Brian Pillman now. He's got something to say. He is sitting here with Mean Gene back at center stage. Here it is.
Saturday Night, Brian Pillman. We've got a match coming up in the ring. I know you're going to be watching with bated breath because it involves the World Television Champion, Lord Steven Regal.
Well, you know, Gene, it's easy to see why Lord Regal has had such a hard time finding suitable opponents. I mean, after all, it is hard to assess viable competitors when you got your nose firmly planted in the sky, scrambling for eloquent ways to insult the people of America, the people that welcomed you here with open arms, gave you an opportunity to work and enjoy a standard of living second to none on the planet, a privilege that so many Americans have paid a severe price for over the years. And if that isn't enough, he's got that bumbling, incoherent, nincompoop Sir William at ringside. Let me tell you something, Sir Regal. Your education is about to come full circle, because when you step inside the ring with Flying Brian, you're going to get a crash course on America.
Thank you very much, Flying Brian Pillman. Gary Michael Capetta, take it away.
Gene was ready to wrap that up a long time before Pillman did. I love how we're acting like Regal is still from communist Russia. Like when you listen to that, it sounds like somebody cutting a promo on somebody from a communist country.
Gave him the opportunity to work. Gee, thanks.
Right.
You give me a sack full of cash. I don't want to work.
Oh my God. Pillman did challenge Regal for the TV title there, so we'll see where that goes. I thought the promo was fine. I just find it really hilarious how he's from England, but we act like he's from Russia. It's very odd.
Mother Russia.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Any other thoughts? We got Regal versus a gentleman by the name of Bill Ziegler. Doc, any thoughts on this one? If any.
Well, Ziegler's not a small guy.
He's pretty
decent
tall
sized.
and he's pale.
Yeah.
And it got a 1980s type mullet, I guess. He didn't have the big long one.
Yeah. Regal's the kind of guy that would be boring when you're 11 years old, but you'd be making your dad watch it and he'd go, that's the only guy I've seen on here that knows how to fight.
You don't. I didn't appreciate Regal back then. Let me say it like this. I have a lot more appreciation for him now.
Me too.
Now, as I say that, I also watch Regal and Fit Finlay beat the dog shit out of each other. I'm not saying I didn't appreciate that. I did. But as an all-around wrestler, somebody who can cut a good promo, I appreciate Regal more now than I did back then.
Agree.
Is all I'm saying. Because he is remarkably talented. In the ring, on the mic, I just think he's really, really good. Mm-hmm. All right, so Regal wins. He does that double underhook suplex gets the win on Bill Ziegler. From there, we're going to go to Regal and Sir William. They are joining Mean Gene after the match. Here it is.
17th, Sir William, come on in, carrying the World Television title belt, along with the World Television champ himself, Lord Steven Regal. On Saturday night, earlier on, you heard the comments of one flying Brian Pillman. He wants a shot at this title. He wants a shot at you.
Doing a little research, being the intelligent person that I am, he went to Miami of Ohio, is it?
You've got her, pal.
Where's that exactly? Some out-of-the-way place. I believe they pay their athletes to go to school there.
Absolutely not. They do it. It's amateurs.
Yes. Pillman, you were nothing there, and you're certainly nothing in the wrestling business. Can they not find me, WCW? Ask Nick Bockwinkel, can he not find me a better competitor to wrestle against?
Wait a minute. Here's a gentleman who has excelled in everything he has done athletically. He did it at the high school, at the collegiate, and at the professional level as a professional football player.
I don't think so. You're talking to the man who invented 2002 holds in wrestling. This man has never achieved anything, and believe me, he's not getting a title shot with me.
World Television champ Lord Steven Regal says no to Brian Pillman. Folks, when we return, an exclusive interview right here with...
I think he's cutting it. I said this a few weeks ago. It feels like he's cutting that promo in front of nobody. Like that promo didn't happen here. It happened, I say here, it didn't happen on the day of the match. Because there's like that soundtrack in the back.
Yeah.
It's you can't unhear.
It's funny when he started like, Ohio, is it?
Bruh.
What is that?
The insult he gave is actually what happens now too. He's like, don't they pay players? And Gene's like, that's amateurs. Well, they do pay college players now. Well, NIL, you can get paid. Just an interested thing there.
Times change.
I actually thought he was really good there. Because he's like, I don't want to hear anything about Pillman. He's so good because he's so damn condescending. It's remarkable how you could be putting on an
I just wish
act.
he would speak up in the mic a little more.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's all.
At least you didn't have to hear from Sir William.
I like Bill Dundee. What are you talking about,
Okay.
Daddy?
Well, here's what's going to break you, Doc. It is time to go to Hulk Hogan on the set of Thunder in Paradise. Doc,
It's been a good run.
any thoughts before I hit play and we listen to the Hulkster for the first time
today
on WCW?
I consider myself the luckiest. I quit.
Yeah, okay. Any thoughts before I hit play?
Garbage. It sucks. I hate this. F.
Let's go now to Mean Gene talking to Hulk Hogan on the set of Thunder in Paradise. It's a monumental moment, folks. Here it is.
We're back on WCW Saturday Night. Before we go to our main event here on Saturday night, Steamboat against Stunning Steve. This past week, Mean Gene Okerlund had a chance to talk to Hulk Hogan on the set of Thunder in Paradise, his new television series. Here's exactly what happened.
All right, fans, I'm on location at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. This is the setting for the television series Thunder in Paradise, starring an old friend of ours, Hulk Hogan. Whoops, as a matter of fact, if our cameras can follow, I believe I see the Hulkster right here. Hey, Hulk.
What do you want, little man?
What is this? Hold on, what is this? You got to be the double. Chris Lemon, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Where's the Hulkster?
Hold on, brother, hold on.
Whoa.
Don't you ever call him little man, brother. This is the big dude. If I ever catch you doing that again, I'll shave your head bald just like mine is. You better watch out, brother. But Mean Gene, I heard that you were at the sound stages right next to mine here at Disney at MGM, and I had a sneaking feeling that you'd come sneaking up on me here.
You think I wouldn't?
Look at Brutus. Is this paradise or what, brother? Check it out. We've got Chris Lemon here, the star of the show with Hulk Hogan. He's a Navy SEAL. We've got our Thunderboats. We've got all the good-looking girls, man. We've got Doug Schwartz over here, the director. If you pan the camera way over there in the middle of the beach, that's not a mountain, brother.
That's an old friend of ours.
That's the Shockmaster in disguise over there. He's helping us out today. And the guy next to him with the turban on his head, that's Sting's stunt double, because we didn't want Sting to get hurt out here with the Hulkster beating on him. But anyway, we're here in Paradise, Mean Gene. Things are going really great here, and we even fooled you. As long as you've known me, brother, I can't believe that you thought that guy right there was Hulk Hogan,
Well,
dude.
he sure looked like it from the back, but I got to tell you something, Hulkster. Things really look to me like they're going great for you and the entire crew here on Thunder in Paradise. Everybody is talking about this television series.
Well, you know, if you hang around for a while, we might be able to belly you up to the bar here, Gina, because I know...
I would never do that. Just a second. What's this?
Come on, move it.
Hold it. Bobby Heenan.
I don't mean to interrupt. But I got
Never mean to interrupt.
Well, I got to ask a question.
What are you doing here, brother?
Well, I'm with him. I got to ask you a question. I mean,
You're not with me. You had to get in some other way.
Well, I got a friend at the gate, but that's not important. But I got to ask you a question. You've done it all in professional wrestling, so you think. Now you've become a great television star. You got a real hot hit show here going now. But isn't there some unfinished business you've left behind in your wrestling career, Hogan?
Well, you know something, there are a lot of people around here that say, Hulkster, when are you going to get back in the ring? All the kids running around the beach say, Hulk, you're the greatest there ever was. When are you going to do the thing again? But as far as you're concerned, Heenan, over the last 14 or 15 years, every one of your men you threw in my face, I left them laying. So as far as my business with you goes, you never had a chance in the first place. What kind of unfinished business are you talking about anyway, Heenan?
Well, I'm not,
Now, all of a sudden, you're making excuses.
No,
what were you talking about specifically,
What
Heenan?
I'm specifically talking about
Now you're putting your glasses on. Get an
right
attorney.
out here. See, right. Just a minute. What I'm specifically talking about is if I was the great star that you were, I wouldn't leave things unfinished. I would take care of business. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Do I have to write it in the sand?
I think what he's saying, Hulk Hogan, we saw the cover of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and on the cover there was a shot of you and Ric Flair. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I don't like to put words in people's mouths, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I know the brother's on top of the world right now, dude. I know he's styling and profiling, limousines and Lear jets and all that stuff. And I know I have to live with that every day, but right now I've got another agenda going here, brother. I've got Thunder in Paradise. But I can tell you one thing, Heenan. If something happens, I get back in the ring, I'm going to go right to the top one more time. And when I do get back in the ring, brother, me and Gina's going to be the first man I let know what I'm doing. How about that, Heenan?
Well, when do I get the scoop?
Yeah, you'll get the scoop at the end of this, brother. That's when you'll get the scoop. And what you going to do, Heenan, when Hulk Hurricane Hogan runs wild on you, brother?
All right, Doc. Bobby Heenan tried to come in and save the day for you there, I guess. But what were your thoughts on Hulk's first technical promo on Saturday night?
He's Hurricane Hogan.
Bruh, sure. I'm gonna do you like you do Harper. Sure.
We've got Beefcake and Shockmaster. Syndicated television. Heenan putting on the glasses was great. Like he was gonna get hit. So no, I'm putting on these glasses and stuttering. He was awesome.
Bobby's great. He's so good. Got unfinished business here.
Now, to be fair, Bobby was talking bad about Flair 3 weeks ago, so I'm not sure what caused the big switch.
That's why I said, you notice how neutral Flair was? The pivot comes quick. Because they have to do it quickly.
So if we have to do all this, and I'm not convinced that we do, but I don't have a say in this. Is this the best way to introduce Hulk Hogan?
No, like the thing is, like it's not like he had any kind of contract at this point.
That's even worse.
And I talked about this with Crockett. Like if you ask me, it's like he gave him a freebie because now he knows he's got him out of balls. Like, I'm sure I don't know if he got paid. I don't really care. But my point is, he's doing this. Heenan's talking to him and teasing a Flair thing, and so is Mean Gene. Hogan's seeing dollar signs, dude.
Shit, yeah. Who can outwork?
Yeah. And I mean, it's Flair. He's the number one guy in the company and been so for many, many years. Even when he went away.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just a, man. And the funny part is, this is March. We don't see Hogan in a WCW ring for a while.
Nice.
Long time. Matter of fact, this whole thing kind of gets started like now and then it gets put on ice. And then at some point, it's going to get revved back up. So you're seeing him here. Don't expect him to see in the ring, though. You know, you can Google it. I know you're getting around to when your dark time is going to be over soon. Where when you came back,
about a year.
When you came back, Hogan was there already, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would say summer to fall '95.
Yeah. Okay.
This may be my darkest of period.
You have a dark period?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also kind of chunky.
That's nice.
What?
Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so this goes down. I have to imagine, I don't know if Hogan's ever talked about it. I know Bischoff's talked about how all this kind of came to be, but I have to imagine Hogan is just, you know, he's got him by the balls. I mean, they do this. It's like, you got to do something now, right?
He's the kind of guy that knows that he's got him by the balls.
Oh, yeah. He's going to work it to his best advantage at this point. But that was Hulk Hogan on the set of Thunder in Paradise with the Shockmaster and Sting's stunt double and Brutus and some ladies. And, man, that television show was so bad. But if that television show never happens, the question is, does Hulk ever end up in WCW? It's a fair question. Just saying.
It's a fair question.
All right. Doc, any other thoughts? Because that's hard to overcome. We got to get to the main event now, though. Well, no, technically.
I can overcome it.
There's a match after it, but all right.
I need 138.37.
Okay, so it's Steamboat versus Austin. The winner of this gets to fight Flair for the world title at Spring Stampede. You said 138.37, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't appreciate that. Here we go. What are we looking at here?
What is he doing?
Colonel Parker?
Yes.
Well, Austin's got Steamboat's like arm wrenched back.
Look at that.
That's just ridiculous. It is. And I think he's like making the motion to like kind of like break it, but it does look funny the way Colonel Parker's doing it.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny looking movement. But I would say that's what he's doing.
Yeah, this is a really good match.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So a couple of notes, and then I'll throw it back to you. Heenan is pissed off at whatever that was with Hogan. Hogan pushed Heenan with 2 fingers, which Heenan said he's lucky I had the sports coat on. I thought that was a great line. But these two, Steamboat and Austin, hell of a match. We get some chain wrestling, lots of spots where Steamboat, you know, is on top as the face and kind of getting his stuff in. Austin cutting Steamboat off. A lot of back and forth. They both sold their asses off for each other. They work an abdominal stretch at one point that was really, really good. I'm going to go to this timestamp in a second. There's a collision. They have a moment where they collide in a ring. I think it's about right here. Let me see. And Austin flies over the top, but the ref doesn't see it and doesn't call for a DQ. Tons of false finishes. These two were moving 1,000,000 miles an hour, but slow enough to where everything registered, the selling registered. It wasn't like they took a hit and didn't bump. They bumped, they sold, but then they got up. It was.
And you know what else?
There's the flip over the top I was talking about. Go ahead.
The crowd came along.
Oh my God, they loved it. They didn't have to pipe in noise. You can see them. They're into this. These are two stars. Like they are 2 stars, and you can see it not only by who they are, but how they get in the ring and they know what the hell they're doing. And I can't believe this man got fired. That just.
Can you go to 145.59?
Yeah, audio, or what are we looking for here?
No.
Okay.
When they bust out of this, Does Austin flip off the crowd?
Let's see. They were in a abdominal stretch. They get out of it. They're trading punches now. Austin catches Steamboat, slams him.
He just threw up his hand.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it didn't look like it.
How about 149.46? Was that the throw over the rope?
Yes, that was what we were talking about a second ago. Where
My
right
note was
here,
that looks My note was that looked great.
yeah, they collide right by the ropes, and Austin just flips over. Big bump. I mean, it's just, and then he comes back in, but Colonel Parker has the ref distracted. Steamboat rolls him up, small package, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ref finally turns around, 1, 2, and Austin kicks out by then. Like I said, the false finishes were perfect. These two,
and then
they had a great match. Go ahead.
150-20, we get to see Fuller take a bump. And
Okay,
that's always
so yes, I got the finish then on that one. There it is. The finish is right after that. So Steamboat goes to the outside. Austin dumped him outside. Fuller goes up to Steamboat and is about to kick him, and Steamboat chops him. And look at Fuller. He's having a heart attack. Look at him grabbing his chest.
He's 45 years old.
Look at him take that ball on the floor. Look at him grab his chest. Look at it. Oh my God. I got to make a GIF out of that or GIF or whatever. Holy crap. It's good.
That's great.
It really is. All right. So after that bump you're talking about, anything else before I go to the finish?
I didn't understand the finish. Why is Fuller going to get him DQ'd? This is for a shot at the title.
So, well, Parker's trying to help Austin pin Steamboat, but the ref notices and says nope. And we get a bunch of series of false finishes at that point. Eventually, Parker interferes and the ref calls for a DQ, and Steamboat's going to win. I don't know.
It doesn't make much sense to me, but
yeah, because like you cause a DQ, which means that your guy now doesn't get a world title shot. I mean, it's a good observation. Because they're doing it perfect. Like at the finish, like it's like false finish after false finish after false finish. They're going over, and then they're fighting. They're trying to get leverage. One has a backslide, or has the other, and they're trying to.
Do you think it was just we beat our champs a lot. We don't want to beat the U.S. champ.
It could be as simple as that. That could be it.
Okay.
And maybe Parker's thinking, because see, when Parker gets in the ring, he doesn't make contact with Steamboat. Steamboat hits him. Like he never hits Steamboat. Nick Patrick calls for the bell, but he's hit. Steamboat's hit.
I
Parker
did not
all
come
the time.
here to this promotion to throw hands,
dude. I'm going to get to what happens at the finish in a second, but just watch Robert Fuller sell. That big 6'9" bastard, the way he's falling backwards. Look at him.
Flailing around.
He's flailing. The arms just fly. Look at him. It's tremendous in this Colonel Sanders outfit.
Uh-oh.
All right, so all this is happening. Steamboat's fighting off Flair and Fuller. Austin and Fuller. Flair hits the ring, comes in, and tries to grab Steamboat. Flair is chopped by Steamboat. Steamboat doesn't realize it's Flair, though. And he's like, man, I'm sorry. So, like I said, the pivot's happening. It's happened at this point. Like, Flair's pissed off at him over a chop. And Heenan says, yeah, I'd be mad too. As Flair's like, I'm not happy. And Flair gets out of there. He doesn't shake Steamboat's hand or nothing. Steamboat's trying to make amends with him. He's like, nah, bro, I'm good. So what did you think of that, though? How they did, the bad blood starting.
I mean, you got to do something.
Good point. All right. We did start one more match before the end of this show, and it's Sting versus Ronnie Vegas. It's under 4 minutes of TV time when this gets started, and Sting wins pretty damn quickly. Doc, do you have any thoughts on it?
Bruh.
Yes.
Ron Vegas looks like a flamingo with a slow thyroid.
Wow. He's got the balding spot. He's got the mullet and a ponytail. He's like Dollar Tree Macho Man with that outfit right there. With the tassels on the sleeves. Well, Sting wins, and that was that.
Wrong guy won.
Are you freaking serious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've lost your mind. Seriously. Well, let's see what you think about the wrong guy cutting a promo on Rick Rude to close out this week's episode of Saturday Night. Here it is.
All right, fans, you've just seen him in action. Sting, I've only got 3 words for you tonight here on Saturday Night. Ravishing Rick Rude.
You know something? I hate all 3 of those words just to start off. And let me tell you something, Ravishing Rick Rude, those 3 words that I hate. You say I'm not worthy. You say that I'm not the #1 contender. So you don't want to put the belt up for those 2 reasons? If I look into your eyes, I see more like fear. Because I'm more than worthy. And in my mind, I am the #1 contender. I've done everything in my power to get you signed on the dotted line. You're not going to do it. The longer you make me wait, the more you're going to hurt, my friend. I can make you one promise. I got one last ace in the hole, and I will see you Spring Stampede. World title on the line!
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so Sting tells Rude, I am worthy, and I'm the #1 contender to have a match with you. And he says, I will see you at Spring Stampede. I know Sting's your favorite wrestler, Doc, so your thoughts on Sting right there, closing out the show.
Well, he's not my least favorite wrestler anymore.
All it took was Hogan to show up. That's good. Oh, man. All right, well, any other thoughts before we hand out the Toot Toot and rate it and all that good stuff?
No, I can't believe I've been able to play hurt this long. So I'm about ready to go sip some hot honey tea and relax.
All right. Well, on that note, you know how it works here. We got to rate it, hand out the Toot Toot or the Rolex, whichever one you prefer. Before we do it, want to send out a quick reminder to make sure you go to Patreon and sign up at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. It's where you can access all of our patron content. All 400 plus audio shows on Patreon are there. All of the WCW pay-per-views we've done through where we're at right now in 94, dating back to 85. All of the Clash of the Champions we've done so far, which is 26 of them at this point, all available on Patreon. The World Class shows with Lance and myself, the JV Goon Squad shows, and the, I guess, shining stars of the moment, the superstar, Hardbody Harper, has taken many of your questions, and we are through Ask Harper Part 3 at this point. So 3 episodes of Ask Harper have dropped, and more are to come because, as we said at the beginning of this show, we've got probably 35, 40 more questions to go. So all of that is available on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Now, Doc, Harper's not here. What are you going to rate this thing?
F.
Okay, I need you to be serious for a second. What are you going to rate this thing?
F-.
Why?
Hogan.
So any show going forward that Hogan's on gets an F.
Unless he bleeds.
You're going to give a show where Steamboat and Austin went out there and did what they did, had a great match. Colonel Parker took some phenomenal bumps. We got to see Bunkhouse Buck for the first time. You're going to give this show an F. Stop working the room like D-Man and be honest with yourself.
I'll give it this a B+.
Exactly. I'm going B+ as well. It would have got more. It would have got a higher rating if Hogan would have showed up. So I'm in agreement with you there. But I mean, come on, bro. He's Hulk Hogan, bro. I mean, look what he did for professional wrestling. I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. He had his flaws and stuff, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's Hogan, bro. I mean, come on, bro. All right. Thanks for your feedback, D-Man. On that note, Doc, let's hand out the Toot Toot or the Rolex. Who are you giving that to this week? I got a feeling I know who it is.
I'm giving it to Colonel Parker for sure.
Buck, Jimmy Golden ain't getting it?
No.
Okay. I started to give it to Golden just to play around and give it to him. I'm actually torn because Colonel Parker deserves it, but so does Steamboat and Austin. Because
I agree.
In a show where we really didn't have much else going on. There's a lot of replays. I mean, Sullivan debuts. Austin and Steamboat were great, so they're going to get an honorable mention from me, but Colonel Parker bumping for Steamboat and selling was just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to give it to Colonel Parker as well. He deserves it. You deserve it. Clap, 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 clap. All right, man. Well, you played hurt. I appreciate it. We're almost an hour and a half into this thing, so I guess it's almost time to go home and ride off into the sunset. Any closing thoughts before we get out of here, though?
We'll make it through Hogan. I mean, he's going to kill the promotion, but we'll make it through.
He's going to kill the promotion. Yeah. I'll save my thoughts once we get deeper into it. But on that note, appreciate y'all out there for listening to this week's show. Remember, don't forget to repost the show when you see it on social media, whether it's Blue Sky, Twitter, X, or Facebook. Share it. It helps the show grow greatly, so please do that. And remember, when you become a patron, an annual patron during the month of November, you will get 2 months free instead of the normal 1 month free when you go annual. So don't forget tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT and tell a friend, tell a wrestler, tell somebody about the show. It helps the channel grow. It helps the show grow. And don't forget to like and subscribe and post your comments on YouTube. I'm sorry. On that note, I think we're going to get out of here. Doc, are you okay? Can you hit book it, or do you need me to do it?
I can do it.
All right, hit the tagline.
Book it, bitch.
Hey, everybody, it's AIEZE, Eric Bischoff. And let me tell you something. If you're not already a Booking the Territory Patreon subscriber, you're missing out on the real deal when it comes to classic wrestling talk. Doc, Harper, and Mike, they're not just fans. They live and breathe this stuff. And here's the kicker. Over on their Patreon page, you get even more. We're talking deep dives into the Clash of the Champions. Every WCW pay-per-view through early 1994. Classic world-class championship wrestling. And yeah, even those off-the-wall JV Goon Squad shows. This isn't cookie-cutter podcasting. This is the kind of unfiltered, entertaining, can't-miss content that makes you remember why you fell in love with wrestling in the first place. So do yourself a favor, head over to Patreon, search Booking the Territory, sign up, and get in on the action. Trust me. If you love old school wrestling, this is where you want to be. How the piss do you people listen to these useful idiots? These dipshits think they're fucking funny, but they ain't fucking funny. And somebody needs to tell them that. This goddamn show needs more D-Man and less of dipshit, Doc, hard-boiled Harper, and this Vanilla Ice Snoop Dogg, mumble mouth Mills. You have to be an imbecile to find these three fuckers entertaining. Fucking clown show. This is A.I. Eric Bischoff. No, I am not the real Bischoff, so don't work yourself into a shoot like these useful idiots in the wrestling media field. With that said, congratulations on making it to the end of this week's show. Don't forget to send your comments about what the guys discussed tonight to Luke Hawks on Facebook and on Twitter or X or whatever the piss they call it now. The rumor is Luke likes answering BTT fan mail. Also, do the guys a solid by liking the show's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages. And don't forget to like and retweet or repost the show on all social media platforms. Lastly, become a BTT patron member where you get tons of extra shows. You can join at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Until next week, piss off.